Look, it's not my fault what happened to her. I told her to slim down and just tried to help her along with it. Alright, I admit, forcing her assistant to put cocaine in her coffee instead of sugar was a bit much. Well, you were the one that kept giving her her driving license back. Well, none the matter. Let's just hope Miss Lohan is willing to sign on for a Herbie sequel. Well, look at it this way. At least this time we won't have to reduce her bust size with CGI.
Mr. Woods, this disc arrived for you. Guessing they want you to review it?
Ugh. I had a lunch date with Sharon Osbourne. Well, spares me having to wait for 30 minutes afterwards, which is in the bathroom, I guess.
Oh, that's sick, sir. That is sick.
Tell me about it. Put the DVD on and get back to work.
This episode is filmed in front of a live audience.
Hello and welcome to the Hollywood Executive Show. My name is Holl E Woods, Hollywood financier extraordinaire. And today we've got our first submission, Starman. Starman, the 1972 single by David Bowie. The 70s were a weird time. Everybody was on drugs almost as much as I am today. Oh, this isn't the David Bowie music video? What is it then? Ah well, let's get on with Starman then. But I better get some Bowie. Just not in his labyrinth tights. They're pretty distracting. The film opens with a voiceover of a man counting down another man called Roger. We open on a shot of a park and... Oh no! We've walked into the Blair Witch Project! Abandoned video! Abandoned video! Roger seems to be remembering something that occurred earlier on as he tells the viewer about a bright light he's seen in the park and the shots zoom by and move out of focus. Next time, try picking someone from your class who isn't a raging alcoholic to hold the camera. We cut to who I presume can only be Roger waking up and... Hang on a second. Mike, get in here!
Sorry, Mr. Woods, I haven't disposed of the body yet.
No, not that, dumbass. You're in this film. That wasn't even meant to be funny.
It's time of my life. I'd rather forget, sir. They said it would be once or twice and I'd make it into Hollywood. I swore I only did it for the money. I don't even like men.
What?
What?
This film, Starman. You're in it.
Oh, that? Yeah, that's one of my student films.
Ah. I see. So, what were you talking about before?
Nothing.
Moving swiftly on. The voiceover asks who they were, and Roger tells it that they weren't human. Judging by the memory lapses and the lack of humanity, I'd say he got wasted with the Jersey Shore crew. Roger tells us that he worked from home and barely ever left the house except to get some groceries. You know, that kitchen looks strangely familiar. We pan over some product placement and Roger alludes to a certain event that happened, with people asking him for his autograph and requesting interviews. Suddenly, the doorbell rings.
Hey, you're that guy that got abducted by aliens? Ha! Anything to get famous.
Hey, you're that guy who randomly knocked on my door to insult me. Ha! Anything to be a dickhead. The screen fades to black and... what the hell? Hey! That's my house! I knew I shouldn't have given Mike those keys. He's been breaking in and making pretentious student films. Unforgivable. Mike!
Yes, Mr. Woods?
I'm cutting your wages. How dare you use my house as a location for an artsy film?
Very well, Mr. Woods. It's not like you're paying me for it anyway.
The other voiceover in the film accuses Roger of lying about his abduction, since he has no proof of it. Remember to check up his ass. There might be a giant satellite up there. Roger says he's returning to the park where the whole ordeal started, claiming that he felt a closer connection to his alien captors than any god or human. Well, that's always going to be the case when you let them try out the spocker on you. Oh yeah. Roger does as he says and returns to the park, and it's obviously past lunchtime again because the alcoholic cameraman has had his bottle of midday vodka. We get a weird scene of Roger laughing at the camera, and the movie cuts to black. The movie's so bad it's laughing at itself. What am I even here for? Oh, shut the fuck up! The movie fades to a picture of Roger's face in a super close-up, as it's revealed that Roger wasn't actually abducted, he just suffered some sort of medical collapse and hallucinations. Knowing that area of the city though, he was probably still anally probed by a homeless man. Roger accepts this revelation and the therapist stops the session. There are some great mysteries in this universe that we still have to discover. And I wish Starman was one of them. The usage of black and white really killed any hope I had this wasn't going to be a pretentious, snobby student flick. I don't understand why it had to be used throughout the entire film, instead of just certain scenes where it might have actually been effective. Some of the voiceovers in the film I was unable to understand because of the music volume and the mumbling of the actors. While the twist was unexpected, it was poorly explained. What kind of condition was it? How long had Roger believed in these aliens before he finally saw the truth? And who the hell was that asshole at the door? And that's all the time we have for this week. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any short films you would like to send us, do it through Twitter @CultOfNile or through the private message system on YouTube. Thank you for watching the Hollywood Executive Show. Get the fuck out of my house! And we'll see you next week.
Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality.
You're done! You'll never work in this town again. That's my outtake.